Welcome back, everybody. Once again, this is Political Hot Seat, live call-in show. I'm here with Commissioner Dan Schinhofen. Also, our call-in number is 727-8750. Once again, 727-8750. And also tonight, for the free pizza from Tower Pizza you can pick up with 2 toppings. The question is, what was the main reason for the Declaration of Independence? Tomorrow being July 4th. You know, people, you run over to your computer and look it up real quick. But anyway, Dan, we were talking about roads, impact fees,
impact fees, roads,
stuff.
and why aren't they being done over there? And John, I told you we get back to this, so we're going to get back to it. What I had said before, that's why most of those roads have been done over there, or the improvements are being done there. And going forward, we are looking at the RTC and secure rural schools. There's some funding for that. There's some other grants, kind of like what we got for Manhattan. We're looking at all those options because our gas tax is at 4 cents. It's been there since at least 1993. Your average Impala got 19 miles a gallon, gets 40 miles a gallon now.
Right.
People, you know, so we're collecting much less, and that's the money that's used. And on your property tax, it says $5 for roads. That raises about $64,000. That's what that raises. A mile of road costs $180,000 to $200,000 to do. So that's why that's there, and I appreciate your concern, and we are working towards that. Try to get that done.
Well, a lot of those developers paid a pretty good sum towards impact fees at the time development was going really wild.
Right.
And so that money does need to be used.
It has to be used, or it has to be refunded to the developer. The developer really collect most of that from when they sell the home. So
right.
If we give back some of that money, like the money for the roundabouts, if that's not used soon, it's possible that's going to go back to the developer. It's not going to go to the homeowners. So I'd rather have that money used for a road, for an improvement somewhere, than just give it back to the developer. If it went to the individual homeowners who bought new homes or whatever, it might be different, but we're not ever going to get roads. That's what happened with this originally with the preferred equities. They cut up the valley, but they never had to pay for any roads. They never had to pay. So now all of those places that don't have roads, that's why.
Right. Now, you mentioned roundabouts. Where are we been discussing roundabouts?
2 years. 2 years. Well, it was approved by the board. It went through a lot of committees, and the last committee that saw it was the Capital Improvement Committee, which is overcharged with, you were part of that years ago, which is charged with saying how that money is going to be spent. Both intersections, Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Blagg Road, need traffic controls, 4 ways. That we've been told that a stoplight at Blagg, because of how they'd have to put it in and all the controls, about $2 million. NDOT won't let us put a light at Pahrump Valley Boulevard. So what they suggested was if we gave them $900,000, they would do roundabouts in both areas. And I know that is a sore topic with a lot of people, and every time it's brought up in my house, my wife yells at me, "Why did you do that?" Dollars and cents, you know, you need something done there, and we don't have the money, you know.
Hey,
so,
well, forget the money for the normal, the average person is going to look at it once the roundabout's put in, and they're going to say, "Oh my God, what a crazy idea."
Until they get used to it. You know, I was down in Orange County a few weeks ago. I was looking at dispensaries down there and how they're handled, and, you know, I was told how horrible they were, and, you know, it really was not what I was told it was going to be. They were done very nicely, but I drove through Orange, and I grew up in Anaheim, so Orange is a city next to Anaheim, and they have a huge traffic circle in the middle of Orange, old downtown Orange, but it's really big. I mean, the middle of it has a park, trees, you know, it's a big, like a big European one. But the ones we're talking about here are not the little dinky one-lane things that you've seen down in Summerlin. They are 2 lanes. Our fire chief came in and said that his trucks will be able to navigate them fine, that they won't have to go over the curbs and all of that. But really, it came down to dollars and cents. You know, $900,000. They're going to spend a couple million on this, and even if we had $2 million, we'd only be able to get Blagg done and nothing on Pahrump Valley Boulevard. And and that's the other side of town that people think I'm ignoring. I'm not. There's 4 commissioners that live here in Pahrump. 2 of them live right near those intersections. So talk to your commissioner.
All right, talk to your commissioner.
Talk to your commissioner. Get him to kibitz on these.
My experience with roundabouts was back in 60s and the 70s down in Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh no.
You had 4 lanes, and 3 of the lanes were used up by accidents, and the other,
Yeah, I know.
you know, and it was who got in there first and got out first survived.
Right.
You know?
That's. I get it.
The other one was like a figure 8 racing.
Yeah, it was bumper cars. I know.
So when people say roundabouts, I remember going down to the Caliente racetrack from the border, and about every.
Roundabout, but they're going to do a whole workshop too, for that same price.
Well, you know, that's easy to say, but look at the way, how many years they've had vehicles in the United States, and you still have to tell people they need to stop for a red light.
Yeah. Well.